Should be
Takes a little while to catch on.
pretty good tonight. Okay, open the meeting to the public, there's no public hearing. Bids. We had two bids, engineering and parks revitalization grant. We got no bids for that, although we did get a memo from AES that is interested in doing it and can do it, but they need a revised schedule to get it done. So, what's the board's pleasure? Like to grant it to them? I mean, this is the one, it's kind of a superficial engineering thing about groundwater runoff and everything, because we're dealing with more than an acre on the soccer fields.
I
So-
think Steve sent out a note, when we
Yeah.
get in touch with Steve and see what.
Yeah, well, we have to award the bid thing, and I think the thing is to let him work out the timetable, because I think they can still get it done in time to do this for the fall. But if it's, I would say with the proviso that they can get it done in a timely manner that coincides with the project manager on this.
Yeah. I make a motion, we award it to AES with the revision that they meet our time schedule.
Right. Okay,
I agree, second that.
trustee Dart, comment?
Well, yeah, how does their project influence or impact the rest of the project?
I don't think it does the rest of the project. It's, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe it's for the soccer fields because they're more than an acre to re-level them. And DEC makes this arcane rule that they have to, say where the water's going, so.
Yeah, I think this was something afterward DEC wanted to see where the stormwater was gonna go, wanted to study.
That doesn't bother the playground being redone?
No, it shouldn't, no, it wouldn't have anything to do with that.
That's just for fields?
And all the other stuff, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm believing that it's just the, pickleball fields and the fencing and stuff.
Just when they do the leveling,
Yeah.
they want us to
And we
be
have-
short.
According to their letter I read there, there's no idea in here to hear when they can jump back in and do this. We do grant the extension.
Right. That's what we're saying.
Well, I would
We
say
only grant it if they can meet our time schedule.
We
They can't
award
block
it, we award it with the proviso that they complete the work in a manner that's timely enough to allow the project to proceed. In other words, not kick it till next year or something,
Okay.
okay? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. That's carried. Then we have the pad mount switch, that was tabled from the last meeting, and I understand the engineer's gonna re-engineer it or something, Brian, or?
Yes, when you went through the specs, they spec'd out a different type of controller, and it's not what we have in stock right now, the ones that we're used to. So it was like a deviation.
And that might have been what kicked the price up?
That's what kicked the price up. We talked, and we would get more vendors to bid on it if we went with a type 2, it's a type 2 or a type 3 controller, and we want a type 2.
And that's what you wanted in the first place, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And it
So, do we have to rebid this, re-advertise for bid? Okay, you need a motion to do that? Okay, we need a motion to, go to bid for,
for the other one out.
yeah, reject the bid we received for the pad mount switch and go out to bid for a new specification pad mount switch.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, minutes of the previous meeting on July 1st. Any errors, omissions, corrections? Entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, bills, Mrs. Pelkey, anything extra?
No.
Okay,
Make a motion to pay bills as written?
Okay, a motion,
Second.
a second. Okay, second by trustee Gadway. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, those are approved. Correspondence.
We have one this evening from Mr. Donald Gadet, and it's Dear Board. On June 3, 2019, I went to Burlington, Vermont Hospital where I underwent a triple bypass, an aorta replacement, and a pacemaker put in. I was in a hospital for over 3 weeks, with about 1 week being in Plattsburgh, New York. The purpose of this letter is to ask the board to possibly waive the late surcharge fees as follows. And it's a total amount of $42. Due to my condition, I was unable to get to the office to pay until July 5th, when it was paid. Your consideration in this matter would be appreciated.
Okay, what's the board's pleasure on this?
What's this surcharge for?
Late
Being
payment?
Being late.
Being late for water and sewer or taxes?
No, no, yeah, water and sewer, electricity.
Water and sewer.
How often do we grant these in the past?
I don't think we ever have. But on the other hand, I don't think we've ever been requested to. I think it's a legitimate request for a legitimate purpose, and we wrote off a whole bunch of ones for just bad debts, you know,
I say we write it off, I mean,
just waive the surcharge.
waive the surcharge.
As long as there's a set of precedent, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing, but,
Well, not many people are gonna be in the hospital for 4 weeks.
no, I believe he lives alone too, so he didn't have anybody else to pay it for him. Okay, need a motion?
I'll make a motion to waive the surcharge.
Second?
Okay, a motion and second to waive the $42, I guess it'd be late fees. Okay, all opposed, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, we have 3 in favor, 1 opposed. Next
And
letter.
that's it, it's from AES. Do you want me to read it?
The board has a copy of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you already voted.
I've already acted
Right.
on it, so, okay.
Yeah, that's the only other thing.
Okay, I'd like to request the executive session to discuss employment history of a particular employee.
Second?
Actually, I need 2, one for a particular employee and one for, okay, I'll do them separately, okay. Okay, a motion, I request executive session, motion to approve it by trustee Menard, need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then request a second executive session to discuss collective negotiation pursuant to the Taylor Law.
So move.
Need a second?
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now I have one other item here that I would like to discuss, about, I'd ask the Public Works Supervisor to join in this discussion. About a month or 2 ago, we had a major break in our force main sewer line. And they patched it, and it immediately broke again. And they patched that, and then I guess about, was it a week later, a 3rd time?
It was 2.
There's a total of 3 breaks though, wasn't it? It was like-
Total, in the whole, the break was last year, or 2 years ago, then this year we had 2 breaks.
Okay, 2 this year.
2 this year and 1 last year.
Okay, so I asked if we could get at least the scope of the work, because this is something our guys can't do. And it's just too big a job, it goes on a rock ledge and it's with all the other stuff. So we have to go out to bid, or we have to go out to contract this. Now, do we have an idea how long this is, where it needs to be replaced to do it right?
I think they said, what, 800 feet?
It's about 800, well, less than 1,000 then.
Yeah.
Okay, it was in, I received, a email from, Steve Peters, and while he was doing some other stuff, he did find a grant program that may help with the emergency replacement of the main sewer line. Let me know if you'd like to follow up with that. Now, this is gonna be costly. I'm thinking, Brian, what would you guess, like several $100,000?
No. I was gonna put it in the budget for next year for our crews to do it,
Or, yeah, because before you told me they couldn't do it.
but not right now. I mean, we're so busy with our projects that we got going.
You think it'll hold till then?
Oh, yeah,
Do you think, does the board think we should investigate,
because what I would do is,
funding for this?
I would replace it with, plastic,
It
because
never
it's
hurts to
ductile
try.
iron or cast iron.
Yeah. I think it's ductile iron pipe is what's there.
Yeah, and they put it on top of ledge, and there's some activation with the ledge where it is touching the ledge in some places.
You know, it's like corroding it.
Makes
So I was gonna replace it with the C900, the thicker plastic like water line that we use.
sense. Yeah,
And,
It'll be fine. Well, does the board want to investigate this funding source?
why not? We can get a grant to pay for it.
Right. Would they
Take a
take
shot,
our
look
own
at it,
guys
right?
to do it?
Well, you're looking to see what's available, you know.
What, you know,
It's, the problem is, there's no way to bypass it. When it breaks, that's it, right? There's not a second line that goes into the sewer plant.
Not from the north end, no.
Right.
This is from the north end up to the main plant.
Mm-hmm.
There's separate sewer lines for the south end.
The one that comes up Maple Street?
There's another one for the Maple Street pump station, they go directly up there. This is the north end that goes directly up to the main plant. That's the one that we were having problems with, thinking that they put it closest to the ledge line that's on, that comes through. Because on, behind the fire station, there's a ledge line back there, and the water line's only down 3 foot. So as you go north, I think they went a little deeper. But it seems like this north end pump station is the farthest one closest to the ledge line. And I think there's a chemical reaction of some type with the metal or the ductile iron. It could be just 1 or 2 places, it could be the whole thing. I mean, it's been good for the last 2-3 months. We could have 4 or 5 more breaks, who knows? I mean,
the
time will
plastic would
tell.
definitely be better.
But we were gonna put it in the budget, just like, in the budget, we rolled over money for the water line on Pratt Street, because it's a state highway, and the permits are so hard to get, that if we have to do emergency dig, the money's there, we just gonna do it.
Right.
Even if it takes us, to work 12, 14-hour days, it's gotta be done.
Right.
But the money is in the budget for that.
I don't see where it's gonna hurt to look, have them look at it and see
Well,
what.
we know the cost
What
of
it
what
consists.
it's.
I think, why don't we do it this way? Why don't I ask them for a quote? Look into it, and if it's under, say, I don't know, you wanna pick a number, $500 or something, if you can do it for that, or less?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, have them look at it.
Okay, I'll make a motion, I have a motion then to, approach, Elevated 518 and have them look and give us a quote on how much it's gonna cost and proceed if it's, looks like it's gonna be within $500 or less.
Yeah, so move.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's, all I have right now. Trustee Arnold is, taking a vacation today. Trustee Dart?
Request an executive session to discuss the employment history of a particular employee, please.
Second?
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
Just a question, do we know where we're at with a land transaction deal with the Pfizer property? You know where that all stands?
what are you
Okay,
referring
they were
to?
gonna give us 6 or 7 acres above.
Oh, yeah, in the road right away, haven't heard
Yeah.
anything from them since the last time they,
We're waiting on the grant too, though, to see if we get the grant.
yeah, it's tied in with that, I think it's tied in with that $500,000 grant that we've got coming.
Okay. Okay. Also, do we know when the first meeting's gonna be with Barton and LaJudas concerning our water plant?
No, we just signed a contract about last week,
Okay, so they have a signed contract?
yes.
Okay. All right, we'll just wait till they reach out to us, I guess.
Yeah, he indicated, as I recall, he's eager to do that, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, anytime we can fit it in logistically, they'll be up here.
Okay, that's all I have, thank you.
Okay, trustee Menard.
I have nothing.
Okay, trustee Gadway.
One thing I do have is, I was talking to some people, and the beach down next to the Sportsman, I know it's not village owned, but some of the public does use it. And they were asking about garbage cans, see if we get garbage can down there. I talked to Jess Shields, and she did put one down there, and she said she would pick up the garbage, and they did the boat launch. So, and people are pleased about that. At least keeping.
Who owns that, Jamie? I've heard a lot of controversy about that.
I believe it's.
New York State owns it. The old beach?
and
Oh, wait a minute, no, you're
No.
talking about by
Over
Sportsman.
Right.
Yeah, it's a sportsman.
I
Okay.
believe Julie Bouchard owns that.
Right, so it's the person across the road,
I believe, yes.
that's okay.
The village owns it.
The village owns it?
The village owns it. Just the little section by Sportsman's.
That little
The
section,
Yes.
village does own that then?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well then it's
And
our property anyway, so I believe we should have had one there in the first place, so.
Yeah. No, it's good.
But that's all I have.
Okay. Other reports? I guess the only one we have is, do you have anything, Donna?
I do, since Susan Sullivan is not here from the library and trustee Arno is, I just want to announce that on July 18th, which is a Thursday at 10:30, Nan Hoffman will be at the library. She's a storyteller and singer, and she also does musical instruments. And that's for the children as part of the summer reading program, and it's free, and everyone is welcome
What time?
at 10:30. And that's all I have.
All right. Anything from the Treasury Department? Okay, Public Works?
TSI was up last week, working our substation all week, we worked with them. They went through, they did the inspection on 3 of our transformers, everything went very well. They actually filter pressed one of our transformers for 52 hours to get the water out of it. And it was a little additional cost was in that contract, so I did approve it. So it's still under budget, and the conditions of the transformers are in really good shape. So we're gonna get a full report on that from them. They took samples before and after. We found a few other little problems in our substation that we're gonna address. We're gonna have another outage for Champlain Plastics and the center feeder, that would be Maple Street, Pine View. We will announce the list of streets that will be out. The reason why is we have a little piece of equipment that's in there that's failing that we wanna get now before winter comes. And we're gonna replace it, we're gonna fix it. It's just about a 4-hour outage. And that's gonna be on July 27th or August 3rd. I'm trying to work with Champlain Plastics to see when they can shut down. Then we still have 2 outages on the south end to do. That's gonna be in mid-August or late August to correct some repairs out for the south end of the village. But we've been going around troubleshooting a lot of problems, and things are working well. The street department's working on their projects for the summer. Everybody seems to be pretty busy.
Okay. Al? Okay, we need a motion to recess for executive session.
Make a motion to recess?
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.